I specifically pulled out that gravy boat for this because I saw it. Howdy, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Rheya's Kitchen. Today, I will be making a generational recipe, and I'm making my nanny's lemon pie. She's told me this recipe countless times, and I know there are some things that are like 1-to-1 ratio, but I always tend to forget. We're going to do this today without calling her and hope for the best. So firstly, I need to tell y'all the ingredients that you're going to need. You're going to need a box of vanilla wafer cookies. You're going to need a can of sweetened condensed milk. You're going to need one egg yolk, just one egg yolk, not the whites, but the yolk. I'm using at least 3 lemons, but you may use however many lemons you want, depending on how tart or sweet you may want it to taste. And you also will need 1 stick of butter, 1 rather large bowl, as well as 1 pie tin. So step 1 would be crushing your vanilla wafers. But the prerequisite to step 1 is to eat one. You don't want them to be overly crushed. You want them to be quite chunky. And in my large bowl, I'm going to add my now crushed cookies and my stick of butter. Now that stick of butter was in the freezer, so I'm just going to put this whole thing in the microwave for a second. Set that aside for now. Next, I'm going to cut and squeeze my lemons. First of all, this one's like really, really soft and it's making me nervous. Okay, we're good. I need to invest in one of those like squeezers that like really just squeeze, where you like just put half of it in and then you just squeeze it. The problem is I don't really have that much grip strength, if you will. I have a full bag of lemons in the back. You can't see them because I'm blocking them, but I have a full bag of lemons over there, so I'm not so super worried if I need more. But for now, I'm going to go with 3. All right, so that's my lemon juice. Yes, I do have it in a gravy boat. Don't judge me. Next, we're going to do the sweetened condensed milk, and we will combine that with the egg white. All right, sorry. Woo! We will combine that with the egg yolk. I will add in my egg yolk. Normally, I would use a mixer for this, but at the same time, I'm usually also making far more than just 1 pie. So this is good enough for 1 pie, because even once I add the lemon juice, it's not enough. And now I will slowly add my lemon juice. That was almost the perfect amount of lemon juice. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to crush my cookies. Well, they're already crushed. I'm going to mix them with the butter is what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell y'all a funny story while I'm at it. So the very first time I made this recipe, I didn't call my nanny for the recipe to ask her what was I supposed to be doing. I just did it, right? I had everything right because growing up, I made this recipe with her all the time. Every time she made it, I was there. So I was making it too. So I was like, I know what I need. Like, I don't need to ask. I don't need to ask her about it. I must have been in like middle school. Child, tell me why. I confused the egg with the butter, the egg yolk with the butter. I put the stick of butter in the pie filling, and I put the egg yolk in the crust. So when I pieced it all together and then I put it in the Well, first of all, when I pieced it all together, naturally, all like the crust didn't stick. The cookies like started mixing in with the pie filling. Then the pie never got its gelatinous feel. Um, it stayed, liquidy. It never turned into gelatin. That's what the egg yolk is for. So it couldn't hold a shape. The pie filling was very buttery. The pie crust was all in the filling. It still tasted great. It was just incorrect. So that's a little funny story that I have when it comes to making these. I don't make them often because I'm never at home to make them. So I typically just don't worry about it. My nanny still makes them, but this is going to be one of the recipes like I'm not leaving the recipe for this down below. My exact like portions and stuff because my nanny didn't write it down. But also, this is going to be a recipe that I pass down to my children once I have them one day, and hopefully keep this generational tradition where us Smoots women make these pies. Okay, that's starting to set. Mm, mm, mhm, mhm, mhm. I'm gonna take some foil. If you are somebody who has a cover to your pie tin, by all means use it. It sets pretty quickly. I don't know if y'all saw how it was setting in the measuring cup. I'm going to pop this in the refrigerator, eat my lunch, and then I'll be back when this is completely set to show you how it is. Y'all know when we were kids and everything, how our parents and grandparents were making cakes and pies and stuff, and they would just give us, ooh, they just give us the bowl after pouring, the batter or filling or whatever into what they're going to pour it into before they set it or before they cook it, put it in the oven, whatever, all that good stuff. And then we just sit there and we lick the bowl. Yeah, I'm 28 years old and I'm still doing that. It's good. All right, so we are back with our pie. It looks so good. It has set nicely and it only took about 2 hours. So I'm just gonna go in. Mouth already watering. Mm. Thank y'all so much for watching. I will see y'all right here once again next week for Rheya's Kitchen. Until then, bon appetit. Bye.